Rapido Trains has been making HO-scale passenger cars for 2 decades, but in promoting their Southern Pacific three-quarter dome lounge cars, they made a big claim. Quote, "Should we even attempt to make another passenger car after this?" Unquote. Well, I pre-ordered one of these cars in Canadian Pacific paint, so we're gonna find out. Opening the box, we find some pretty typical Rapido extras, a manual, and of course, the car. Getting this car out of its box and onto the track without leaving massive, out-of-scale fingerprints on the windows is difficult, but doable once you get a technique down. It is worth noting that Rapido tooled up a unique smooth body for the Canadian Pacific variant, which is accurate. The three-quarter domes were built with fluted sides by SP, but Canadian Pacific rebuilt Selkirk to match their smooth-sided cars. Well, let's see it in action. Considering that this car is part of the Rapido CPR Executive Collection, I have just the locomotive to take it around for its first lap. As far as the car body goes, there's only so much to say about this car. To my standards, perfectly acceptable. Rapido likes to do a lot with the undersides of a car, even if under normal circumstances the only time you'll be seeing these details clearly is if something has gone horribly wrong. Your track work may have sent a $150 passenger car into a ditch, but at least you will be spared the extra embarrassment of not having enough detail down there. Kidding aside, the underside detail is actually surprisingly good to my eye and goes beyond the Call of Duty. The interior of this car is the main strong point, and a lot of attention clearly went into it. It is lighted, the seats and tables appear to have been added separately, and there are even handrails on the stairwells. It's really quite impressive. The guys at Rapido pointed out that the tables even have the ashtrays on them. I didn't see any ashes in the ashtrays, so I'm taking 5 points. Okay, that might have been a bit too far on my part. Kidding aside, this is a car you can actually look at for a good while and really study the interior, which is remarkable in and of itself. As far as how the car runs, out of the box it ran flawlessly around the entirety of the Northern Virginia Model Railroaders Club layout, with only one sticking point. It ran through the same spot just fine the other way, so I suspect a little adjustment may clear that up. Let's take a few minutes and watch the car in action. The consist here is based on the Royal Canadian Pacific charter train. So, is it Rapido's best? Well, I was skeptical going into this, but if I were to try to think of a way Rapido could put out another car to best this one, I'm hard-pressed to think of a way they could do it. That may be our answer right there. No two modelers will agree on exactly what the appropriate standard is for the level of detail on a model railroad. That being said, it is possible to have so much detail that the model cannot properly function. It's also possible to have so little that it becomes unbelievable. My personal gold standard is whether or not something has the right look to it. In the case of the three-quarter dome, from front to back, from top to bottom, and from outside to inside, this car does indeed have the right look.